Big Ben has done it again. Manchester United win, and this is how many games are we counting now when it comes to Manchester United winning games? We are on a roll, my guys. We are on a roll, and it is beautiful. It is lovely to say, but I have to add, Big Ben has done it again. His Ernest Benjamin Sesko comes up with a winner that absolutely gives Manchester United all that we needed today, and it was beautiful. I could not ask for more. This is the best way to win it, and it was such a good way that we won this game today. We did not get going in the first half, and I understood that. I was like, what is going on? Manchester United should be winning this game and winning it comfortably. However, Manchester United stuck at it. We had a terrible defense in that opportunity that Lacroix scored. But then after that game, after that goal, it was all Manchester United for the rest of the game. And this is the best part of Michael Carrick's situation. Because the way Benjamin Sesko is playing, every decision that Michael Carrick is taking is going well. Today, Benjamin Sesko starts, and I'm not sure because he has been doing so well coming off the bench. It was, of course, the starting 11. We all know Dallo, Yoro, Maguire, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Maino, Mbeumo, Benjamin Sesko. And I'm wondering, I'm like, how is he keeping Ahmad out? But then I remember that Ahmad did not really play very well against Everton. And when Benjamin Sesko came on, Benjamin scored the goal for us to win the game. And that is what happened today again. And I have to, that opportunity, he had 3 headers today. And it was the third one that came off. And the third one was the perfect one. The third one was the one that went with venom. The third one was the one that he absolutely made the moves and got to the right position. The third one was the one that Lacroix was not on the pitch, their best defender in terms of heading the ball. And the third one was the one that gave us all 3 points. And that right there, big Benjamin Sesko. How many points has he given Manchester United single-handedly now? That is 7 freaking points. Last time was 5 freaking points. Now it's 7 freaking points that Benjamin Sesko, is it 7 or 8 freaking points that Benjamin Sesko has given Manchester United single-handedly. And that is the best part of it. That is the best part of having a number 9. That is the best part of having a striker that is going to keep on making the runs, is going to be instinctive, is going to try his best to put the ball in the back of the net. Today was 75 minutes for Benjamin Sesko, and it was 75 minutes well played. And I love that for these guys. What we are seeing right now with Manchester United is that we are having strength in depth. We absolutely need a little bit more, especially in our midfield, but we have strength in depth because once Benjamin Sesko went out to Ahmad, Mbeumo slid in that number 9. Ahmad came on to that number 7 or whatever you would call it in this right-hand side, and the game still kept on. We did not drop in standard. We did not drop in pace. We just kept on playing the football. In fact, we almost had a third goal from a beautiful save from Henderson. By the way, we got to give Henderson credit because this game would have been 5-1 if I'm not mistaken, but Henderson is a really good goalkeeper and he should be out of Crystal Palace sooner than later, in my opinion. But my goodness, guys, it takes us to 3rd place. And that's the best part about it. It takes us to 3rd place. And I'm not even going to go on without talking about Bruno Fernandes. Because Bruno Fernandes, if you look at his hit map, this man is all over the pitch, 31 years of age. Give him a new contract, people. Give him a bloody new contract because Bruno Fernandes is a baller. He is a baller. What are you telling me? He gave 1 goal today with a beautiful penalty that he created. You understand? He passed the ball to Mateus Cunha. Mateus Cunha was brilliant enough to dummy his shoulder, drop his shoulder on one side, take the ball on the right-hand side, and get dragged down by Lacroix. That also met the standards of... And Dogso, if you do not know, is if you deny a goal-scoring opportunity, whether it's a penalty or not, you get a red card. And that is what we saw today. He gets red card, and we get an opportunity. And Bruno, the penalty taker, Bruno, the captain, Bruno, the talisman, Bruno Fernandes steps up and absolutely dispatches the ball. And it was perfect the way we wanted it. And that is not just the thing because Bruno Fernandes today, expected goal and assist was 1.27. Another brilliant performance from Bruno. Accurate passes was 73%. Bruno, beautiful. Chances created, of course, this is the chance creator of the Premier League, or one of the best the Premier League has ever seen. 6 chances created. Big chances, 1 of them. That was the Benjamin Sesko goal. Excuse me. Shots on target, 3 of them. Shots off target, 1. Shot accuracy, 75%. Bruno Fernandes, absolutely, he did his job today. And then, of course, the defensive contributions, 2 of them. That's to tell you that Bruno is still doing all the things that we want him to do. The players absolutely played well, in my opinion. I think Michael Carrick has figured out something that Ruben Amorim was struggling to figure out. He was struggling to figure out, and I have to give him credit for that, because starting the game and having going down in 4 minutes was a difficult one. But the team absolutely stuck together. You understand? The team stuck together. That first half was a rough one for Manchester United. Even though we had the majority of the possession, the majority of the chances, the majority of the shots in that first half, especially at the end of the first half. But we then recognized that we got an injury from Luke Shaw, and this is something I am hoping and praying that it's not a big deal. I'm hoping and praying it's just a knock, because you saw Nunes come and clash with Luke Shaw by stepping on his feet, which should have been a yellow card, but was not given. He stepped on his feet, and I hope it's just a bruise or a painful stepping on the feet, and not like a metatarsal injury that kept, Lisandro Martinez out for like 6 months. I hope it's not that, because Luke Shaw is absolutely needed. And then we go into the second half, 1-0 down. But then everything starts happening. Manchester United decides that we are going to push more. We are going to send players more. We are going to start utilizing Matheus Cunha. And when we start utilizing the Maverick, Matheus Cunha, everything starts kicking up. Everything starts moving quicker. There's chances created. There's more chances even taken. And that is what gave us the penalty, because that pass from Bruno Fernandes, usually if it was another person, they would just recycle the pass. But that pass from Bruno Fernandes to Matheus Cunha literally split 2 lines, 2 banks of players getting to Matheus Cunha. But Matheus Cunha, being as smart as he is, did not get the first touch. He decided to roll and then caught Lacroix in a bad position. And of course, Matheus Cunha goes down, Bruno Fernandes steps up and absolutely dispatches it in the 57th minute of the game. But that was not it, because that takes us to 1-1. And of course, 1 man down for Crystal Palace, and Manchester United now have the opportunity. And there comes the brilliance of Michael Carrick, the brilliance of Bruno Fernandes, and the brilliance of Benjamin Sesko. Because of course, Crystal Palace throws on Evan Gasson and takes off Brennan Johnson. Crystal Palace then throws on another defender in Chadi Wright for Jørgen Strand Larsen. So it was like, we still want an attacking situation, but we want to fill out that position that was left by Lacroix. But before they could even do anything, before they could even settle down, the ball gets deflected out of the 18-yard box and lands into the leg or the feet of the wrongest player that you wanted to land to in Manchester United. And that is Bruno Fernandes, especially if you're an opponent. It gets to Bruno, and Bruno raises his head up, sees Big Ben standing 6'5" in the 18-yard box, and puts the ball in right in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. And all Benjamin Sesko needed to do was run and come and put that flat head on top of it. It looks like the buzz cut is happening. We all know bald Wayne Rooney, but now we are getting to know buzz cut Benjamin Sesko. Because Benjamin Sesko right now, what we are seeing is 6 goals in 7 games and 4 goals in 4 games played. That is magnificent. That is a goal after 40-something minutes of play. A goal every 40-something minutes of play is mind-blowing. It's ridiculous. It is beautiful to think about. And that right there is Benjamin Sesko. It's beautiful. And then, of course, Ahmad goes in. Benjamin Sesko comes out because Benjamin Sesko is not going to be playing 90 minutes. We think that he's a very fragile player right now when it comes to him adjusting to the Premier League, and being brilliant management for Michael Carrick, because he understands what he has as a gem in Benjamin Sesko, but he still understands that he needs to manage Benjamin Sesko. We have a game on Wednesday that Benjamin Sesko is probably going to start against Newcastle, if I'm not mistaken, and that is the focus, because once he scores that goal, it is believed that Manchester United has all the temperament and all the attacking flair for us to keep the lead. And so he takes out Benjamin Sesko and brings on Ahmad. Not a bad person to bring on, because Ahmad is also a threat on his own. And that he showed that in the last 15 minutes of the game, because Ahmad was just running Crystal Palace left and right. He literally moved them right, got a beautiful save from Dean Henderson, and then Michael Carrick realized we have a game on Wednesday. Let's get our starters out of the game and start preparing for the game on against Newcastle. And that's where Harry Maguire comes off. Brian Mbeumo comes off. But the key part about this situation is that Harry Maguire going off, he went directly into the dressing room, which is a little bit scary. It's a sign that there has been a knock. Hopefully, it's not a serious thing and it's just a thing that he needs to recover from. And if that's the case, then we have him at the end of at on Wednesday when we face Newcastle, I believe. And then, of course, Aiden Heaven comes on and does his big one. But I also have to give credit to the likes of Lenny Yoro, because Lenny Yoro did not do anything crazy, but did not do anything demanding, because he absolutely just mopped up his situation. Kept it clean, kept it pushing, and kept up his situation. Same thing with Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo. It was clean football from the guys, and it was beautiful to see that Manchester United get another win in the pocket. Because how many wins is that now? How many freaking wins do we have as Manchester United Football Club? Because this is beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you. This is one thing that I am so excited about. So we have the win against Crystal Palace, the win against Everton, unfortunate draw against West Ham. We have the win against Tottenham, the win against Fulham, the win against Arsenal, the win against Manchester City. My God. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins in 11 games, I believe. And this is beautiful football. This is Manchester United. And I cannot wait to go face Newcastle, where we can slap them again and start pursuing Manchester City. Because guess what? Manchester United right now are sitting third place after Aston Villa lost to Wolverhampton Wanderers. We are sitting on 51 points. We literally have 8 points to catch up with Manchester City and about 10 points to catch up with Arsenal. In my mind, it is possible. Anything is possible. We are in week 28 and we still have 10 games to go, if I'm not mistaken. This is beautiful football. I am excited about this. Let's see what Manchester United can do next. Michael Carrick, thank you very much. Benjamin Sesko wins it for Manchester United. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the follow button, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.